The following video is brought to you by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group on the Hightown Road in Titusville.
Our heads, please. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings that you bestowed upon us and our city. We come before you tonight to take and do the city's business and for our community. We ask that you give us the guidance and direction that we need to do our jobs here as elected officials. That's in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call roll.
Mr. Edelman?
Here.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes, here.
Mr. Frazier?
Here.
Mrs. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Thomas?
Here.
Is there a motion to adopt or not adopt the agenda as prepared?
I will make that motion.
Second.
Comment? Call the roll.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Is there a motion to accept or not accept the minutes of December 17th, 2013 and January 7th, 2014 reorganization as submitted or corrected and placed on file?
I will make that motion, Mayor.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Dawn? Questions, comments? If not, call the roll.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Public participation pertaining to agenda items, maximum 30 minutes with a timeline limit of 5 minutes per individual speaker, city taxpayers only. Moving on to the reports, operational reports. Motion to accept or not accept the operational reports of building inspector, fire, police, public works, and treasurer for the month of December 2013 as submitted and placed on file.
So moved.
Second. Bill? Going through them. Building inspector. Fire. Police. Public Works. Nothing. Treasurer. Call the roll.
Fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Finance.
Nice job.
The only question I had, which Diana, I asked her, was about the number of water shut-offs. We have like 235, which sounds kind of high, but she attributed it to possibly some snowbirds type of thing.
Okay, call the roll.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
The minutes of boards and committees, is there a motion to accept or not accept the minutes of the Housing Authority of 11/19, Leisure Service Commission of 10/10, 10/24, 11/14, 12/10, Planning Commission of 12/5, Redevelopment Authority of 12/9, and the Safety Committee of 12/17.
I will make that motion, Mayor.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Housing Authority, any questions? The Leisure Service of 10/10, 10/24, 11/14, 12/10. Planning Commission of 12/5, Redevelopment of 12/9, Safety. Okay, call the roll.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes. Motion to ratify or not ratify the bill listing warrants dated 12/19/13 of $32,410.50, 12/31/13 of $41,420 and 24 cents, and 864.82 of 1/9/14 of $369,581.33 of 1/15/14 of $40,372.40.
Motion ratified.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, of 12/19.
I had one quick question here for Mr. Manross on page 7. Second line. Did we run out of some snow removal material, or we have to pick some up from?
What are you looking at?
The second line here, where
For
we have
hazards?
snow removal material on page 7.
Well, that's just like skid stuff, that's a normal,
Okay.
that we buy it on a
I didn't know
container
whether our reserve was down, that's where I was.
basis. Well, of course, it's down from where it was, but we should have enough to get us through the winter.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know whether we had an issue with it. Thank you.
Okay, of 12/13, I'm sorry, 12/31. Of 1/9. And of 1/15.
I've got a question on page 7.
115?
1/15?
Yeah, 115, page 7. It's the third line from the bottom, just
Okay.
out of curiosity. I see most of the street lighting, parking light is electric. Why is that one so drastically high there?
That's for the bulk of the streetlights in the whole town.
Okay, it's just under one item there, one
Yeah.
line item, okay.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Ordinance repealing recreation fees. Is there a motion to adopt and not adopt the ordinance number 10 of 2013 on the second reading?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second
Dawn? Larry?
Council Bill number 10 of 2013, an ordinance of the City of Titusville, Crawford County, Pennsylvania, to repeal those portions of Article 191 fee schedules of the codified ordinances of the City of Titusville that apply to recreation fees and rental of recreational buildings. And of course, this is the ordinance that had to be passed to match up with the agreement that we have with Leisure Services, giving them the right to charge whatever fees they need to.
Questions?
If at any point we decided the fees they're charging aren't within what we think they should be, can we tell them no?
Well, we have a representative on the board that can make those suggestions, and ultimately, you know, we give them money, so we hold
Okay,
the ability to do that.
okay.
If the fees got, so they weren't fair and equitable,
Well,
then the facilities probably would be used.
I just don't want to see them start charging fees for use of fields and stuff like that to organizations, because I think that's an issue where a taxpayer's already paying money into a program to use those facilities, and then if they're paying another fee on top of that, I don't find that as a user-friendly service.
There's also a line in the agreement that says they have to be competitive. Their fees have to be competitive.
Okay, call the roll.
Mr. Thomas?
No.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Ordinance for Airport Authority membership reduction. Is there a motion to adopt or not adopt the ordinance number 11 of 2013 on the second reading?
I will make that motion, Mayor.
Is there a second?
Second.
Questions, comments, or no, I'm sorry, Larry, you read that, please.
Council Bill number 11 of 2013, an ordinance of the City of Titusville, Crawford County, Pennsylvania, amending ordinance number 1960, enacted August 29, 1988, to reduce the membership of the Board of the Titusville Airport Authority from 7 members to 5 members.
Comments?
I'll just throw out to the public, the reason why we're doing this is these days it seems to you have troubles getting people to step up to the plate and volunteer, and a lot of times we have to cancel a meeting because we can't get everybody there. So the Shade Tree Commission did a similar thing earlier in the year, and it seemed to work pretty good for them, so we're doing the same thing out at the airport. We'll still operate the same. Everything will go just like it normally does. We're just reducing the numbers so that we can have a quorum a little bit easier. Thanks.
Call the roll.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Under new business, the Trail Town Phase 1 funding, is there a motion to adopt or not adopt resolution number 1 of 2014?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Larry?
Resolution number 1 of 2014. Resolution of the City of Titusville authorizing the filing of a proposal for funds with the Department of Community and Economic Development, DCED, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Whereas the City of Titusville is desirous in obtaining funds from the department in the amount of $35,000 for Trail Town Master Plan Projects Phase 1, consisting of informational trail signage, pavement markings, and sidewalk and curb repair.
Comments? Call the roll.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Commission resignation, is there a motion to accept the resignation of Robert Manross from the Shade Tree Commission?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Questions, comments? Thank them with regrets. Call the roll.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Is there a motion to reappoint Mr. Richard McAllister to the Shade Tree Commission to a 5-year term ending 1/1/19?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Questions, comments? Call the roll.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Motion to approve Mr. Robert Manross and Mr. Thomas Copper as associate members of the Shade Tree Commission.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions, comments? Call the roll.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes. Council representatives to appointments to boards. Is there a motion to appoint someone, because I've decided to step down as council member of the Titusville Area Leisure Service Commission Board to a 2-year term expiring 1/1/2006?
I would like to move that we appoint Mr. Frazier.
All right. Mr. Frazier?
I'll second it.
Keith?
Are you sure, Mrs. Smith?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I thank you. Call the roll?
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Why not? Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Is there a motion to appoint Dawn Frazier as the city council member of the Fire Pension Board to a 4-year term expiring 1/1/2008? What's that? 2018.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
You guys made the last motion.
Call the roll?
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Is there a motion to appoint Jeff Thomas as a city council member of the Police Pension Board to a 4-year term expiring 1/1/2018?
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
Call the roll.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Motion to approve the March of Dimes March for Babies scheduled for April 19th of 2014.
Mayor, I'd like to make that motion, please.
All right.
I'll second.
Okay. Jeff? Questions, comments?
That's a very wonderful thing to do.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Wastewater treatment plant interim loan requisition number 5. Is there a motion to approve the interim loan requisition number 5 for the wastewater treatment plant Phase 3 upgrade project in the amount of $8,226.01?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Questions, comments?
Yeah, where do we stand as far as getting stuff out for bid?
You didn't get my email today.
I did not.
I did.
Actually, last Friday, they were discussing when it would go out to bid, and they picked 2 dates. Then the representative from DEP was going to be off till the middle of this week. Everything is in their hands at this point. If we get approval from the civil engineer at DEP, which we should have midweek, maybe tomorrow, then the date is the 27th that we hope to advertise, which would make the bid opening February 27th. I just can't tell you for sure until we get a word back. If she approves everything, then USDA, they've already said that they're on board, and we should go finally to bid.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
The ASME contract. Is there a motion to ratify or not to ratify the ASME contract January 1st of 2014 to
Aye.
December 31st of 2016?
Sorry, Mayor. I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Bill? Okay. Larry?
Just for the public's information, we've been working on a contract with the Public Works Department. We reached a tentative agreement here a couple weeks ago. We've been putting it into final format. There's several changes in the contract. There's wage increases. The first year's 3%, second year's 2.5%, third year's 2.5%. There was also some changes that had to do, a lot of changes that had to do with sick pay, these type of things. I guess if you really want to know, a lot of it's complicated reading. This is public information, anybody wants to see it. There's 2 people from the Ask Me Union here tonight. If anybody has any questions, I just want to thank them for all their efforts. We all put in a lot of effort in this contract, and I think we've reached an agreement that everybody's happy with.
Thank you for negotiating with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Norm.
Yeah, I'd also like to piggyback on that. Larry, once again, shows leadership on behalf of the administration and certainly the employees for Public Works. Thanks for meeting us halfway. Thanks for sitting at the table and talking about what can be some, tough issues. But we look forward to working with you guys once again. Thanks.
Comments, questions? Public participation, call the roll, I'm sorry. Call the
Mr.
roll.
Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes. Public participation, maximum 30 minutes with a timeline limit of 5 minutes per individual speaker. City taxpayers only. Moving on to comments by council.
I have one thing, Mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Our local U.S. Congressman, Glenn Thompson, will be in town this week, and he's actually going to be at Hillhurst Bed and Breakfast for a meet and greet Friday morning. And that's obviously an extension to the public to come up and meet with them, meet your local congressman. And that they also wanted to extend that to the city council and the mayor as well. So, but I'd like to come up and meet with them and chat. If you have any concerns, they'd love to have us.
Thank you.
It's 7:45 Friday morning.
7:45.
Right. You can show up earlier.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Dawn, second.
Yep.
Call the roll.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Bromley?
Yes.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Edelman?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
No, yes. Yes, thank you.
Netcasts originating from the birthplace of the oil industry. We are the stream.